What's up, guys? Got the great opportunity this past week to hang out with my boys Jordan, Graham, and Dean Guido down in Orlando while we were all there for the 2019 Stronger You Summit. Right before this video, we crushed a huge lunch at Cracker Barrel, then went in and crushed an upper body session. These guys are throwing some serious weight around. As you can see in the picture there, I'm just a little guy struggling to hang on. But we had a great time. I hope you get some stuff out of this and some good exercise selection and movement patterns. All right, so here we are. We're here in Anytime Fitness in Orlando. I'm here with Jordan and Dean, and we're getting really weird in the Anytime Fitness. We're throwing some stuff out here. It's gonna get strange. So here you'll see Dean is testing Jordan, just his internal external rotation here at the shoulder. We're gonna get ready to go into some, I guess smushing. This is this thing we've been doing. We learned from Pat Davidson pretty recently, and he utilizes it for a lot of guys with wide, we call it wide ISAs. Basically, if your rib cage kind of flares to the wider side, bigger, thicker guys tend to have this. But it's a nice little exercise. It's a good little warm up. It doesn't require a whole lot. But Dean right now is just testing, and then we're going to retest once he's done.
So you can't get your arm up here on the right side or left side?
I mean, I can, but it hurts.
So the other side?
I'll still do pull-ups and, all that.
You put your knees at like 90 degrees, like bring those up. And what you should feel is as you put weight on, you should feel weight bottom hip. So like the same place this is, you should feel that on the bottom.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna feel much with 45. And I don't even worry about the arms at this point. Yeah, just like hang out. So what all I want you to do, can you feel that pressure?
Yeah, do I get my pillow?
Yeah. So all I want you to do is think about like breathing really slow with your nose and just trying to get in like the most air as possible. And see if it's easier or harder than it is normally. But like if you can take like a 20-second slow breath into your nose and like try to fill up stuff here. You kind of feel that a little bit, it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And if you can get breath up there, think at the very end of your breath or the middle of your breath, like kind of your pelvis behind here to start filling up. Or kind of where pressure is, and you kind of get the air to push this way. You can see it though. Just feel a little different, eh?
Yeah.
This for the ground.
No, I'll do like a full YouTube video on this one.
Oh, there we go.
You're gonna make YouTube.
I'm so excited. Just show the pump at the end.
We got like 90s, like pop rock. What do you feel when you do it?
All right, so now we're going to see some retesting. You're going to see a lot more, a little bit in the internal external rotation, but wait till you see the cross.
That's better. That's better already. That's way better. Like that you were here. That's kind of fucked up. This one. But like, that's like you were here.
Yeah.
I don't even need to check the other arm. Like that's great. I didn't even check your hip, but like, do you just get that?
All right, I'm going to get into my bench. We actually got, I ended up doing another set. This is a warm-up set, but Jordan was filming and blew my aperture way out, so it's super white, and I didn't want to put that in. But I haven't flat benched in a long time, so this was nice. Felt pretty good after that warm-up. Jordan comes in here, does a set at 225. I don't think, we don't have his heavier set. He ends up going to 245 and knocks up a pretty nasty set. Strong dude. But we're basically working up to top sets Dean ended up having 2 sets of his top set, which you're going to see here, 345. Dean was throwing some weight around in the Anytime Fitness. It was fun. Go. Really clean set, nice pause at the bottom.
Easy wrap.
Just throwing. It's really stable. Really nice bench presser here.
There we go. Nice.
Nice pause.
All the way through.
All right, now we get it.
Fun because it's all of us.
You know, we start getting into here. We kind of had some like random exercises. We're doing Dean's programming just because it was his day, and the rest of us kind of just screwing around. But I really like this hammer strength machine. I like single arm because it allows you to really get in position. The other thing I like is to grab with both hands and get a stretch in the opposite arm. But if you notice, I move around quite a bit on this machine in order to try and find a really optimal pull to get like that really nice squeeze at the back. Really great lower lat pump on this.
How did it feel?
That's tough.
No, for 2 times 6, we're good.
All right, and now we got Jordan on the machine. Jordan's taking a little bit more of a straight approach here. Just really kind of working on that contraction there.
Get through that extension. Let that stretch go. As long as your shoulders get your hands on it.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm kind of pushing him to get that really good stretch there. That's where I really like this machine a lot. It's got a really long lever arm.
Is that?
See, really just crank those out.
That's the thing is when people talk about like bodybuilders not being strong, gotta watch him lift. He's fucking strong as shit.
Who are you selling
He's
them?
lifting a lot of weight.
Well, like him,
That's a high reps.
it's just like 2 times like your bench lifts over.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Let that stretch. Don't let go. Let that. Get the yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really
That's a big
see
part.
you're really coming from a really stretched position there. You really have to initiate with the lat, which I really like. I think it's an important part of this exercise.
Nice control.
Almost rather pull up my own head
Dude, it totally is.
biscuits.
All right, Dean's gonna rock this out.
The only thing I hate about doing single arm exercises is that it takes twice as long.
Thanks, yeah. Like this could have been
Here we're philosophizing.
a little bit. No.
That's why I like it.
Over efficiency.
It gives me like stretch or rest.
Yeah.
Everyone just go bang, bang, bang it out.
Yeah, 3 people. It's perfect.
Here we go. Dean's getting a really nice extension here. You'll see his positioning, I think, I don't know if we had talked about it before, his elbows are getting a little wider, which is fine if you're going more for that kind of rhomboid mid-trap. But we're going kind of low trap here, so I really wanted to keep the elbow tucked a little bit
Try
more.
to keep that elbow a little more tucked. And see if you can hit your lat with that.
Yeah, and you'll see there's almost a stopping point there where the lat just won't go any further, and you'll really blow that lat out, that lower lat. So everyone else was doing the fly machine. I tried it. I couldn't. It just blew my shoulder. It really hurt. So with this, I almost right now, because of my shoulder injury, I have to go like almost on a decline. So I found this weird cable fly thing, which is pretty nice. If my shoulder felt better, I probably would have thrown a foam roller behind me and given a little more extension, but extension was the last thing I needed at this point. So taking this down where it is, it felt pretty good. I have to keep my elbows a little more bent. I can't go really straight on right now because it kind of tweaks into my shoulder. But if I was coaching someone else, I'd probably have them be on a little bit more straight. But got a good pump. Felt great. Shoulder didn't hurt too much. All right, got to cut Dean on the fly here. See just a really nice, that's a little more straight arm.
And
A
I'll even
little
open
more
my
what I'd
hands
look
up on
for.
this one, which is kind of weird. Unless you're trying for that propulsion idea, then yeah.
Yeah, so I like that open hand position here, and I don't really explain why, but I kind of get that squeeze of the pecs where you can kind of almost feel like if someone was put your hand in between your pecs and you were trying to squeeze, you might be able to get more of that. So obviously not working for Dean, so he kind of flips it up a little bit here. Again, everyone's really different in these little individual variances. All right, so here we have, I want to get some shoulder stuff in, and my favorite is that supine lying lat raise with like a functional trainer. Didn't have that available, so this was kind of cool. It wasn't as good because you didn't get that good resistance to the bottom because you were kind of coming to the outside, but got a good pump going. It felt pretty good. No, almost zero stress on shoulder joint, which is always a huge win. Nice little iso hold here at the end.
So loud.
All right, and here we get into our rear delt work. So just blast it out here. One of the things we were working on is we kind of were trying different positions. Dean noticed with me, my right arm wasn't extending all the way, so like I was like pinching my right scapula back, and I wasn't able to really get as much of my right delts. And I noticed the same thing he was doing. So that little correction, that's why I would love to have a training partner to work with. I'm solo all the time, but seeing those little things.
Oh, goddamn. Right? No band? Just.
And then you'll see me with an awesome fail video coming up here. I try a couple things here because I really want to hit rear delts more than upper traps and rhomboids, which can happen. And I'm so much shorter than those guys, so.
Thank you.
Yep. You see that correction there that Dean made. Really just a huge difference in feeling it.
Jacked.
But it's really having that thoracic rounding there really helps to hit the rear delts. So when you're using a small band like this, they actually see it coming.
Blooper reel.
Right arm. Yeah.
You hear Dean cueing that right arm again. And then just a burnout.
Face.
And Jordan gets a burnout reps here for his.
Actually, that's progression.
Ryan's a
Yeah.
You know,
I got all interested. I started following him, even though I didn't post anything. Back when you guys were doing that last year, because I liked your programming so much. I was like, oh, dude, this is cool. What you guys doing?
I don't think I'm ever going to cheat.
so we were referencing Ryan LaCure, who is doing Dean's programming right now. He's doing all the programming for the research project they're doing down in Costa Rica, Bro-sesh, Ben House.
There you go. There.
That's much harder.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a big common fault I see when people do rear delts. A lot of times they'll do that bent arm, and they'll end up using so much
Grab onto it. Don't do like I did.
Don't do the face.
of that scapular like pull that they don't really end up using as much rear delt.
There. Pump them out. Get like 20.
And this is really just, we're really just burning out here.
And then 5 full range swings. Nice.
You're an influencer, dude.
All right.
Camera, microphone.
They wanted to do a cool tricep exercise, so I love this
I'm the
one.
most evil.
You know, it allows for
I
almost
got
more of that
pictures.
that pushing.
Deb's actually mine's only ironic because I talk shit.
Biceps popping there.
Good cue Dean gives me here is to get my chest up. I don't know if it's in this set, but really makes
chest up and keep
there.
it tucked.
Yep.
Now tuck. There.
I mean, just crushes me.
Fix it.
So with Dean, he's so much taller. We actually have to get him to lean over a little bit more to get more of the stretch in the.
Almost like those, I think it's the Vincent Ronda like push-ups on the bench. Is that what they do? Is that the bench that he's doing? Yeah. Yeah. There's still, I still do super. I make actually one more set of these. I'll just superset that with those. Nice.
Yeah, I really like this because it's almost like a mix between like a dip, a close grip bench press, and a tricep push down.
It's more like without the strain, and you can avoid getting packed into it.
I just don't like this bar.
It gets a little bit in the way. Lean down a little bit more because you're also too tall. You can still keep position. Chest up, yeah. Now you got the stretch. There it is. And tuck those elbows in a little bit more too. Now you're really going to hit the long head.
Yeah. Oh. That feels good on the elbows though.
Yeah, right?
You can adjust body position.
You see, it's not just booty girls who take all the machines and do them for stupid stuff. We can do it too.
Nice. Ooh, God, yeah, I'm just going to blow up and feeling like the blood pumping into them now. The bicep, the curls are going to suck. Yeah. It's also kind of like, almost like maybe a JM press almost too.
Yeah. Well, you can just adjust everything around
Yeah,
it so
you
you
can
can find
build
the
it,
good. Yeah.
the groove for it. God, this makes I feel so much better lifting. I haven't lifted in days. I felt like shit, and now I'm like, oh,
That's why I knew I had to get at least two.
yeah.
My ankle can have it.
Yeah, dude, totally.
There you go.
All right, we finish off with this pretty weird little bicep curl machine, but we all kind of wanted to mess with it. And Dean gave me a great cue. I don't know if it's in this set or if it's on a different one, but to think about externally rotating the shoulders. And I actually did it on a different curl machine today. Because I can have a tendency, especially with how I set up, to really internally rotate my shoulders, kind of let my chest float back. And this external rotation really it got the stretch, took some stress off the elbows, and really just hammered the biceps. I mean, you can see it's struggling. And this might have been the last set. I did a drop set for the last one. I'm not sure if that's the one we filmed or not. I don't think it is.
I get so strong if I do a good workout. If it's a deadlift day, I wouldn't talk until after I got my deadlift.
The bodybuilder stuff, man. Because you actually put some rest in that way. You still move, you cycle through fast because everyone's just taking you get three of us, it's like probably like 2 minutes rest.
Yeah.
That one got it. Yeah. The added weight.
I think this might have been the one where, yes, you see Dean's telling him to get that hip back. There's the little cues that are so nice.
Good machine right here, man.
Well, it didn't feel weird being externally rotated, which is usually weird.
And once you said externally rotated, I pushed more into that external rotation, and it felt much better.
I think it's because you can keep the chest up.
Yep.
You're not hunched over.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I think Jordan did one drop set with all the same weight and didn't realize he was just pushing the wrong buttons.
Your full extension. Let it lock out. As long as your elbows feel okay, like almost flex the tricep at the bottom and really get that stretch.
Yeah, this is weird because it's not quite like a preacher curl, so it's not quite as hard on the elbows,
Stretch
but
out. The weight's light and it's nice and loose. As long as you're controlled, you're fine. Yeah.
it's really seeing some good. Yeah, so we're closing in about like 2 hours, I think, at this point. So we're all pretty wrecked.
And the pump is real. It is real.
Once again, man, this was just a great time. Really enjoyed it. So glad I got to hang out with these guys and throw some iron around. Just such good dudes and really good friends of mine. And, this is what it's all about, traveling and getting to get a workout in. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please check out some of the other videos on here and click that subscribe button so you get all the notifications about when new stuff comes out. Try to do something new every week, all right? Have a great one. I'll talk to you guys soon.